My beloved child. Heaven is whispering something so shocking, so heart-stopping, that the moment you hear it, your entire understanding of this connection will flip. Something huge is waiting for you. Right now, there is a person in your life, or approaching your life, who is suddenly in a rush, desperate, almost pulled by an invisible force to marry you fast. And you've been wondering, why now? Why this intensity? Why this urgency? Heaven just opened the veil, and the truth is far bigger than anything you ever imagined. This isn't obsession. This isn't pressure. This is prophecy moving toward you with the speed of destiny. There is a divine countdown already running, and you don't even know it yet. Amen. 111. Listen closely. Because the second revelation is even wilder, this person isn't acting from their mind anymore, they're acting from their soul. Their spirit has seen something coming, something massive, something life-altering, and they fear losing you before destiny locks you two together. Heaven revealed that they felt a sudden awakening, almost like a jolt, a magnetic pull so strong that resisting it would feel like betraying themselves. Last night, their dreams were not dreams, they were warnings and signs. They saw a glimpse of a future where you are no longer available, no longer waiting, no longer within reach. That fear, that vision, that divine push made their heart panic in silence. You became the one thing they cannot gamble with. That's why they want the commitment now, not later. Amen. 222. But wait. Because heaven's third reveal will shake your chest, this marriage rush is not because of insecurity, it's because a divine realignment is happening faster than expected. Your soulmate's blessings, opportunities, finances, and success are tied directly to your presence. Heaven showed them a timeline where they rise only when standing beside you. Without you, the path collapses. With you, everything unlocks. They have realized something that shocked even them: your union is a spiritual key, and the moment they secure it, their entire destiny expands. That's why their spirit is screaming, hurry. Don't delay. This is the moment. Heaven says someone tried to block this connection before, but the block has been shattered. Now the energy between you two is accelerating uncontrollably, forcing them to move fast before fate rearranges again. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. 333. My beloved child. Heaven just pulled back another layer, and this one is so intense that even your angels are standing close, watching your reaction. Something huge is waiting for you. The reason they want to marry you so fast is not just emotional, it's prophetic. Last night, a message hit their spirit with the force of truth. If you delay, you may lose the greatest blessing heaven has written for you. That message shook them. It made their heartbeat jump. It made their mind replay every moment they almost lost you, every argument, every silence, every distance, and they realized the risk is too big. They feel you drifting into your purpose. They feel others being drawn to your energy. And suddenly, their soul screamed, secure this love. Protect this connection. Don't wait another second. Amen. 444. Now hear this. Because this part is what heaven is emphasizing again and again, your connection is under a spotlight. The universe has moved pieces in your favor, and energies around you are shifting rapidly. Something big is aligning, something life-changing, something that will make your future brighter than your past ever was. They can feel this shift even if they can't explain it. To them, it feels like urgency. To heaven, it's destiny speeding up. They are afraid that if they don't commit now, someone else, someone strong, someone stable, someone chosen, might reach you before they do. And that fear is the divine push that's making them think marriage, fast marriage. They don't want to compete. They don't want to risk destiny slipping away. Amen. 555. Before we go deeper, heaven is guiding me to speak directly to your heart for one moment. If you are feeling a sudden rise in intuition, if you are noticing signs like 111, 222, 444, if you feel pulled toward this message, it is not random. Something huge is waiting for you. The angels are asking you to stay open, stay aware, and stay aligned, because the next chapter of your life is going to require courage and clarity. And if this message is resonating even a little, because your agreement releases the blessing faster, and it signals heaven that your spirit is ready to receive the next revelation. Amen. 666. My beloved child, heaven has just revealed the third and most intense truth. The real reason behind their urgency is something they have never told anyone. Something huge is waiting for you. Deep inside their spirit, a fear awakened. A fear that came from a vision, a sign, a dream so clear it felt real. They saw you standing with someone else, someone confident, someone powerful, someone who looked at you the way they wished they could. That dream wasn't a warning, it was destiny showing them what hesitation could cost. They woke up with tears, with a tight chest, with the sudden realization that losing you would destroy a part of them they didn't know existed. That moment flipped everything. Their minds stopped thinking. Their soul took over and said, "Marry them before fate steals them away." Amen. 777. Listen carefully. Because heaven is revealing something even more explosive. This person didn't always believe in divine timing or destiny, but you changed that. They have seen how your presence shifts their life, how your energy calms storms, how your voice brings clarity where chaos existed. They felt protected, guided, blessed, and suddenly they understood. You are the missing piece that completes the path heaven wrote for them. This realization hit them like lightning. It made them feel that if they don't act soon, the universe might test this connection again. They are terrified of another separation, another misunderstanding, another moment where silence becomes distance. That fear is turning into urgency. That urgency is turning into commitment. And that commitment is turning into one thought that repeats, 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 marry them. Now. Amen. 888. Now receive this final revelation for part 3. Heaven is preparing you for a major shift, a blessing, a union, a breakthrough written long before your birth. Something huge is waiting for you. You may feel strange lately, emotional waves, sudden intuition spikes, thoughts about the future that weren't there before. That's not overthinking. That's alignment. Heaven is positioning you. Your angels are clearing obstacles. Your spirit is rising. And the person who wants to marry you fast? They feel it too. They sense time speeding up. They sense destiny calling. They sense that if they lose you, their whole future collapses. And now, you are about to see actions that match their emotions, bold, unexpected, shocking steps toward marriage. If your heart is open to receiving what heaven is preparing, and watch how alignment accelerates. Amen. 999. My beloved child. Heaven is opening the fourth seal of truth. And this one is so overwhelming that even destiny is holding its breath. Something huge is waiting for you. This person who wants to marry you so fast, they are not acting from fear anymore. They are acting from revelation. Last night, a divine message struck their heart with such force that they felt their entire body freeze. Heaven showed them a moment where your life takes a massive turn, a moment where abundance, success, and recognition flow toward you all at once. And the shocking part? In that vision, you were rising, and they were standing behind you, terrified you might outgrow them. That fear, my child, turned into desperation, and that desperation turned into one decision: I must secure this union before life elevates them beyond my reach. Amen. 1010. Now breathe. Because heaven's second reveal in this part is even more intense. Your soulmate knows, consciously or unconsciously, that your energy is becoming magnetic. People are noticing you. Opportunities are noticing you. Even strangers feel pulled toward you. And heaven whispered into their chest: if you don't claim this blessing now, someone else will. This message shook them so deeply that they spent the entire day replaying every moment you supported them, every moment you forgave them, every moment you chose them when they couldn't even choose themselves. They realized you are not just someone they want, you are someone they cannot lose. This urgency is spiritual, emotional, cosmic, all at once. And heaven has aligned everything so that this person will soon make a move that leaves you stunned, unable to speak, unable to deny their seriousness. Amen. 1111. Before this part ends, heaven says your voice matters now. If this message is touching your soul, if your spirit feels the pull of destiny, don't stay silent. These divine messages move faster when your energy responds. So pause for a moment, breathe deeply, and acknowledge your alignment. And because Part 4 carries activation power, you are guided to share this message forward, so the blessing multiplies in your life. If your heart is ready for the next revelation, if your spirit is in agreement, and let your angels see your readiness. Something huge is waiting for you, and what's coming next will shake the ground beneath your destiny. Amen. 1212. My beloved child. Heaven is now revealing the most breathtaking layer yet, the moment their soul realized you are not just a partner, but a once-in-a-lifetime destiny anchor. Something huge is waiting for you. This person isn't rushing into marriage because of impulse, they are rushing because heaven showed them your future without them. And what they saw broke them. In the vision, you were glowing, rising, stepping into abundance, confidence, and recognition that they had never imagined. You were surrounded by people who admired you, supported you, protected you, and among those faces, they couldn't find themselves. That emptiness hit them so painfully that they woke up with a vow sealed inside their chest: I will not allow fate to push me out of their life. I will fight for this. I will marry them. Amen. 1313. But wait. Because the next revelation is even more shocking, heaven showed them a glimpse of your soul contract. They realized that you were meant to elevate each other, not walk separate paths. They finally understood why they feel restless when you're quiet, why they panic when distance grows, why their heart races when the thought of losing you enters their mind. It's not insecurity, it's spiritual memory. Their soul recognizes you from before this lifetime. Their spirit knows the promise you two made long before birth: if we meet again, don't let go this time. That ancient promise has awakened, and now destiny is pulling them harder than their own logic. This is why they feel the need to secure the union fast, because heaven has activated the timeline where your marriage brings stability, healing, wealth, and divine protection into both lives. Amen. 1414. Now hear this. Because this is the turning point, heaven says the window for transformation is open right now. This person is preparing something major, something bold, something that will prove their intentions unmistakably. Their heart is done hiding. Their soul is done hesitating. Their destiny is done delaying. They are ready to step forward in a way that will shock you, soften you, and silence every doubt you ever carried. Something huge is waiting for you. And if this message resonates with even a single heartbeat inside your chest, if your spirit feels the pull of what's approaching, because the next revelation will reveal the exact moment when destiny makes its move. Amen. 1515. My beloved child. Heaven has now reached the deepest layer of truth, the moment everything changed for them. Something huge is waiting for you. This person didn't just wake up one day wanting to marry you fast, a divine event triggered it. A sign, a message, a spiritual encounter they could not ignore. Last night, their heart felt a pressure they had never experienced, a silent voice repeating inside them. If you delay, destiny will shift. Move now. That voice wouldn't stop. It followed them through the day. It echoed in their thoughts, in their breath, in their heartbeat. They tried to distract themselves, but heaven made it impossible. They were shown flashes, not dreams, not fantasies, but prophetic glimpses. Of you stepping into a blessing that would change everything. The kind of blessing where people start seeing your worth, your glow, your greatness, and they realized others will want you too. That reality struck them hard. And suddenly, marriage wasn't a plan anymore, it became a mission. Amen. 1616. Now listen. Because heaven just revealed the second truth of this part, they are being spiritually pushed toward you because your energies are synchronizing at an accelerated rate. Both of you are entering a new frequency, and in that frequency, half-hearted connections break, but soul contracts seal stronger. That's why they feel restless. That's why their emotions feel heavier than usual. That's why they can't stop imagining a life with you. Heaven has begun aligning them with your future, not their past. Even their friends are noticing the shift, the way they speak about you, the way they protect your name, the way they defend your bond. Their heart knows something their mind doesn't fully understand yet. You are the person whose presence will unlock their higher purpose. This realization has made them decide that waiting is no longer an option. Amen. 1717. And now the final reveal. Heaven says you are entering a timeline where love becomes serious, stable, structured, and destined. Something huge is waiting for you. This person will soon express emotions they've never spoken out loud. They will show vulnerability they once hid. They will make commitments they were once afraid to make. Their soul knows that you carry the light that balances their darkness, the hope that calms their storms, the destiny that completes their journey. And because this message carries a divine activation, if your heart feels even a spark of resonance, because your agreement signals heaven that you are ready for the next, even deeper revelation, the one where their next move gets exposed. Amen. 18:18. My beloved child. Heaven is now revealing the seventh layer, the moment their destiny collided with yours in a way they could no longer ignore. Something huge is waiting for you. This person felt a shift so powerful that it shook their confidence, their routine, even their plans. They suddenly realized life is not waiting anymore. Destiny is not waiting anymore. You are not waiting anymore. And that realization hit them like a tidal wave. They looked at you and understood. If they don't step up now, someone else will. Someone with courage. Someone with clarity. Someone who won't hesitate the way they once did. That fear didn't crush them, it awakened them. It made them see your value with new eyes, your presence with new depth, your love with new urgency. And in that moment, they whispered to themselves, I'm going to marry them. Not someday. Soon. Amen. 19:19. But heaven didn't stop there. Because the second revelation in this part is even more spine-chilling. Your angels showed them how spiritually protected you are. Every time someone tries to harm you, block you, or manipulate you, your energy rises even higher. They noticed this. They sensed your power. And now they fear losing you not because of insecurity, but because they finally recognize your worth. They see how others are drawn to you. How your energy lights up a room. How your silence has strength. How your presence carries peace. And it scares them. Not in a negative way, but in a way that wakes a person up to destiny. They now understand that you're not someone they can treat casually. You're a once-in-a-lifetime soul. A divine partner. A future spouse. And heaven has put this realization on their hearts so heavily that they can't breathe without thinking of you. Amen. 2020. Now brace yourself. Because this final reveal is the turning point. They are preparing a move so bold, so unexpected, that it will shake your entire emotional foundation. Something huge is waiting for you. They are tired of holding back. Tired of pretending. Tired of acting strong when inside they are terrified of losing you. This person is about to show up for you in a way they never have before, sincere, vulnerable, committed. A step that proves marriage is not a fantasy to them, it's a priority. Your angels say this is your alignment phase. Your spirit is rising, your energy is shifting, your destiny is unlocking. And if this message resonates even slightly with your soul, because your agreement signals heaven that you are ready for what comes next, the part where their next move becomes unavoidable. Amen. 2121. My beloved child. Heaven is now revealing the ninth and most unstoppable truth, the moment destiny wrapped itself around your connection so tightly that escape is no longer possible. Something huge is waiting for you. This person isn't just thinking about marrying you fast, they are feeling pushed into it by a force greater than themselves. Today, their spirit felt something shift, a sudden realization that time is running out, that your paths are about to open in two different directions, and only one of those directions includes them. Heaven showed them a vision of you becoming stronger, brighter, more attractive to opportunities, to abundance, to people. For the first time, they understood the gravity of your presence. They saw the version of you heaven is preparing, a version they don't want to admire from a distance, but stand beside as a partner. That fear of losing their future with you turned into an urgent truth. Marry them now, or regret forever. Amen. 2525. Now listen closely. Because the second revelation is even deeper, they just realized that your love is the safest place they have ever known. Life has tested them, broken them, humbled them, but whenever they think of you, they feel peace, strength, purpose. And heaven highlighted that feeling today. A moment happened, a small one, a quiet one, that changed everything. They saw something that reminded them how easily life can steal blessings away. How quickly people can disappear. How fast destiny can shift. And suddenly, they were overwhelmed with the fear of watching you walk into someone else's arms someday. That thought destroyed them. It made them sit still, breathe heavily, and whisper to themselves, "I can't lose them. I won't lose them. I need to make this official before life tests us again." This isn't panic. This is awakening. Their soul has recognized you as the person who brings meaning to their future. Amen. 2626. And now the final revelation for part 9. Heaven says the energy around you is shifting into a phase of decisions, commitments, and divine acceleration. Something huge is waiting for you. They are preparing themselves emotionally, mentally, spiritually, because the next step they take will not be small. It will be bold, direct, life-changing. Something you will remember forever. They are done watching from a distance. Done hesitating. Done pretending time is unlimited. Their heart is ready to speak the truth. You are the one I choose. You are the one I want. You are the one I cannot afford to lose. And if your spirit is ready for what destiny is about to unfold, if your heart feels the weight of this message, then comment, because your agreement activates the next stage of this union in heaven's timing. Amen. 2727. My beloved child. Heaven has just unveiled the 10th revelation, the one that explains why their urgency has reached a point where even they can't control it anymore. Something huge is waiting for you. Today, their soul encountered a truth so powerful it shook the walls around their heart. Heaven showed them a moment from the future, a moment where you are stepping into a season of massive blessings, recognition, admiration, and divine elevation. You were surrounded by light, and surrounded by people who saw your worth clearly. And in that vision, they realized something terrifying: if they don't commit now, the world will try to take you from them. That realization didn't just scare them. It awakened a fierce protectiveness, a determination, a deep soul-level vow. They finally understood that losing you would break something inside them forever. Amen. 2828. But wait. Because the second revelation is even more breathtaking, they've been fighting their own heart for too long, and heaven just ended that battle. They can't deny it anymore. They can't hide it anymore. They can't silence it anymore. You are the person who changes their life trajectory. You are the one whose presence softens their anger, calms their storms, and makes their future look possible again. And heaven whispered to them, "This is your person. This is your destiny. This is the soul you are meant to build a life with." That message melted every wall they built. All their excuses collapsed. All their fears dissolved. Now, all they feel is urgency, longing, purpose. They've made up their mind. They don't want dating, they don't want guessing, they don't want distance. They want marriage. Commitment. Forever. They want to lock destiny before life tests this connection again. Amen. 2929. And now the final revelation for part 10. Heaven says the next phase of your journey is not about confusion, it's about clarity. Something huge is waiting for you. This person is about to make a move that will stun you because it will be so real, so direct, so decisive that you won't question their intentions anymore. They will approach you with a seriousness you have never seen from them. Their actions will speak truth. Their words will carry weight. Their energy will say, "I choose you. I want you. I'm ready for our future." You are stepping into a divine timeline where what's meant for you will not hesitate. If your heart is ready for the shift destiny is preparing, if your spirit feels the vibration of this message, then comment. Amen. 10. Because your agreement activates your marriage timeline in Heaven's book. Amen. 3030.